Hey, welcome back. This is episode number 88 of Let's Play Dragon Age, and we are about to finally do the Landsmeet after, after 88 episodes, I guess you could say. We're finally about to bring down Teyrns Loghain and hopefully restore the rightful ruler to the kingdom. Assuming we don't screw anything up at least. Anyway, I am going to leave the camp, and it's cool because I noticed at this point you actually have to take Alistair with you no matter where you go. He's locked in. They don't want you using any kind of trickery, I guess, to try to get to the Landsmeet without him, because he has to be there for plot reasons. And we'll bring Morrigan and Liliana as well, since that's a pretty good team, I think. And they're both like early game characters, so it's kind of, just like old times. And we're going to go to Denerim, and then from there we will head to the Royal Palace, which has now been unlocked on our map. But yeah, we don't have too much longer to go in the game now. Things are really starting to ramp up. This Landsmeet had better put an end to the Civil War so that Ferelden can present a united front against the Darkspawn. I did notice there's an emissary from Redcliffe now at the camp. He doesn't appear until after the Arls revived, I guess. And he will take coin in exchange for improving his troops and XP. I hope it does actually improve the troops. Maybe you have like more of them in the final battle, but I kind of don't think that's the case. It seems like it would be hard to program. Alrighty, let's, without any further ado, let's head to the Royal Palace. And we have now been at every single location in Denerim, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Kay's hideout, yeah. That alley that disappeared, the warehouse. So there's the alienage, and the warehouse goes around by the Pearl, I guess. Alright. Hope we're well-dressed and groomed and have our speaking voices ready. So we have some nobles to persuade. Although I'm not sure coercion actually... It's probably useful at some points of this quest.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Maric's son, you would already be in the Landsmeet, now wouldn't you? You have torn Ferelden apart to oppose the very man who ensured you were born into freedom. But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the Landsmeet itself. The nobles of Ferelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone.
Sir Cothrian. Well, she's loyal to a fault, I will give her that. But, Loghain is the one tearing this country apart. To serve your queen, but I really want her to support both of them. Do you really not see what Loghain has become?
Do you mean to talk me into betraying my lord? There are not such words in all language to make that happen, Warden. Now let us end this!
Huh.
To arms, men!
I thought that would work, to be honest, but I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I'd like to fight her. Alright, so since it's Shining Day, I'm going to actually have Alistair use Holy Smite, since he hasn't had the chance yet, so let's see how much that does. She's not a mage, so it won't do that much. Actually, I'm going to start with... try to get them grouped up a bit. There we go. Shield wall. Threaten. And let's give him a taunt. And oh, do I not have enough stamina now? I don't. No. Alright. You know we can do though? We can do this. These guys are asleep. That's good. Let's put a prison on him. And Morrigan, if you would... you know what? Why don't you try to put a... Oops. One of those in the back of the room. And... hopefully pretty soon... Oh, he used another ability, didn't he? No, I want to use... Smite. Ah. Alright. These do stack, I believe. Take out the guard, too. Oh, we're getting shot. Group heal. Up, here we go. Alright, let's hope this thing does some damage. She's not a mage, I'm not sure how much she'll do. Resisted! Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Health potion here. Storm is taking out most of them, it seems. Keep those heals in Alistair. Come on, guys. Yeah, so Cothrian can do quite a bit of damage. potion. Not gonna let him die. He should probably die to that cloud. Drain life, I guess. Actually, I'm gonna have her use a potion. Hopefully Liliana can finish off some of them. And alright. Two more. Actually, you know what? Let's have I want all these guys to attack them. If I can get one more smite off, I'm gonna try it. Come on, and then I want everybody to attack that guy. If he'd be so kind. Oh, he gets done. That's okay, though, because we can use one more smite. Alright, Alistair. Finish her.
In the advantage.
Down she goes. I don't know if she resisted that, because I did see some spirit damage there. And take out that guy, too. That's right, Alistair. Show him who's king. So I wonder if you can intimidate her or talk her down. I was pretty sure you could. Maybe I just didn't have enough cunning, I guess, even though I have 4 points of persuasion. And you get the Summer Sword, which is a really nice two-handed sword. Great sword. And some gold. You can actually get 2 of those if you kill her in both the first time and here. Because I guess the idea is she gets knocked out if you defeat her but still lose to her men instead of killed. If you actually do kill her and win the fight, then she doesn't appear here before the Landsmeet, in the Landsmeet chamber. But if you don't, if you knock her unconscious, I guess it's kind of like your party. With somebody getting knocked unconscious, they get revived later, and she does appear again. All right, let's do one more save. Are you ready, King of Ferelden? Maybe he shouldn't be wearing his Grey Warden shield just because he wants to look like a king and not a Grey Warden. But he is a Grey Warden. Let's not hide it. It's not like we're going up against Anora. We're going up against Loghain, with Anora on our side, assuming we did everything right.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Teyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
Bravo. I love this whole scene.
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
He is quite paranoid, isn't he? Thinking everything is about the Orlesians. I'm going to try to persuade him, though. Yeah, the Blight is the real threat here, not Orlais.
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The south is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it?
They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, and we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
I love his voice acting. Simon Templeton did an amazing job with Loghain. Another one of my favorite video game characters. You were the one who fled to the field at Ostagar and left Cailan to die, Loghain.
Please, continue. The Landsmeet hungers to hear the tactical analysis of Ostagar from a peasant. You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Cailan's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kaelin's death. He was Marik's son. My king! No one regrets his loss more than I do.
He's very persuasive. Yeah, that's a good option, number 2. These are all really good, though. Hopefully we get a chance to say more than one. Then you should atone by supporting Merrick's remaining son.
Indeed. Do we not owe it to Merrick to see his son on the throne?
If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter?
What have I done? I protected her from you.
You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
The Queen speaks the truth.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this.
My lords and ladies, our land has been threatened before. It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
The Warden. I'm with the Warden. Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden. The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Huh, the Grand Cleric didn't appear. I must have hit one of the wrong options somewhere, because I thought she was supposed to appear and support me as well for doing that Templar quest. The Landsmeet is against you, Loghain. Step down gracefully.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me?
Alright, so you actually can attack him, which is the same thing if you lose the Landsmeet. You have to fight him and all of his guards. And it basically becomes a giant brawl right here in the Landsmeet. Dwarven style, I guess you could say. But we're going to show that Ferelden is better than that. Call off your men, Loghain, and we'll settle this honorably.
Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. When we first met at Ostagar, I would never have thought so, but Ostagar seems like it happened in another lifetime to someone else. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
I love that quote that he had from Merrick. That's actually arguably, well, not arguably, but as far as I can recall, that is my favorite quote in this game, that a man is measured by the quality of his enemies. Because it rings true, especially in games like this, that you're not really a hero unless you defeat some great foe. And the the stronger the hero, the more powerful the foes that try to challenge you. Interesting choices here. You can only have your direct party members do it. It's a shame that I don't have Dog with me, because actually you can have him do it, and I think they make some wisecrack about it, and but you can't actually use the dog to fight Loghain, which is kind of sad, because I like the idea that even my dog can beat you, Loghain. Tempted to go with Alistair, but I'm going to say I'll fight this duel myself.
It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
I'm going to finish this personally. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna pause it real quick. Part of me really wants to have Alistair as the one to fight him, since that would kind of make sense, I think. The regent versus the king to be, and they're both sword and shield warriors, which would be pretty cool too. But at the same time, for other reasons, I mean, Loghain is the kind of the main antagonist of the game to a degree, or at least the main secondary antagonist. The archdemon would be the first. So it makes sense that after all this, it comes down to him or me. Being a mage, though, that might make this a little tough. So I can't really fight him directly. I'm going to try to do a Cone of Cold to start. And I'm trying to run over here. No, I can't. All right. I'm going to run over here then. Yep, there we go. And then he's still frozen. I'm going to try to petrify him. Let's freeze him longer. Freeze him! Okay. Wish he wasn't that close, but it'll have to do. But maybe I can lure him. I don't know. I want to do a Glyph of Storm of the Century on him. I just don't want it to hit me. Okay, if we do the Blizzard there, hopefully, being only a lieutenant, which is kind of surprising actually. I thought he would be a boss, but I guess it is one-on-one, so that makes sense. And then if we activate this, and then this. Alright, you guys ready for it? Try to put it a little far away though so it doesn't hit me. Hopefully it doesn't kill anybody else there, but they're all friendly, so it shouldn't. Storm of the Century! Take that, Loghain. And I'm going to put a Crushing Prison on him as well to keep him still. No! Let's knock him back into the storm even more.
I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
That's what a mage can do. Conjure a giant storm in the middle of the Landsmeet chamber. That felt pretty cool, though. I know it's just on normal difficulty, but honestly, I'm not sure it would have gone much differently on another difficulty, too. Mages are very OP in this game, which is fun. It feels like we've actually learned the trade bit by bit until we actually are a master mage. So you have a choice. You can either kill him or accept his surrender. I mean, he's an honorable man who I really think has done what he believes is best for the country, which is him ruling it. And part of it is greed and power hungry, but part of it is him not trusting anyone because he's so paranoid to run the country besides him. So for being a war hero of the past, I mean, Cothrian was right when she said that we would all be, none of us would be born free if it wasn't for him. So for that, at the very least, I will let him live and accept his surrender.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait. There is another option. The Teyrn is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
You want to make him a warden? Why?
There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not. Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that?
That's what Grey Wardens do. They accept everyone to the cause who's willing to fight the Blight. Or at least anyone of skill, they're willing to give a shot in the joining. But yeah, we've accepted criminals, we've accepted murderers and assassins. Let's accept a tyrant. And as far as tyrants go, he's a pretty honorable one too. So yeah, I'm going to say let's do it, because as Riordan says, there's only 3 of us, and I think Loghain can be of some use to us yet. I enjoy a good redemption story, and this is his chance to truly protect the country he loves against the Blight. So I'm going to say Riordan has a point. We should put him through the joining.
Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't!
So Alistair is not liking this. And I feel like because I made him harden, he's actually not liking this even more than he normally would. He's really standing up for himself and what he wants, which is what I told him to do. So let's see. Now the one thing, I don't know how we got a drop of Archdemon blood though. I can assume maybe in the warehouse there was a hidden vial or something. I'm not sure if they'll actually address that. But we need all the help we can get, Alistair. Or I could go with this one too. Not all of us have spotless honor, you know. But yeah, they're all good. I'm gonna go with number 2 though. We need all the help we can get.
Loghain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
Come on, you're getting married. Hopefully I didn't screw this up. I thought the 2 of you were going to marry.
And I thought you weren't going to stab me in the back. Funny how nothing ever turns out like you thought.
Alistair, compose yourself.
Fine, you want Loghain and the Grey Wardens so badly? Then I'll be leaving the Wardens to marry Honora.
So that's the choice. And I kind of fast forwarded through the last one, but right there you have a choice too between Alistair, Honora, and we're having them marry. And again, each of those choices is determined by how you set things up. So it's quite possible, depending on how you lead to this, you won't get a choice. You either have to support Honora, have to support Alistair, or can have the opportunity to get them to marry. All right. Hope they don't screw this up. But I'm going to say you can't just stop being a warden, Alistair, because that's true.
Watch me.
This can be discussed later. We are keeping the Landsmeet waiting.
Right.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a Blight to defeat, and armies to gather. And I appoint this man to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces, and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
Very nice speech, Honora. Glad she's... See, I think they'll make a good pair.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
What are the words he says? Is that it? I thought there was more. Alistair said in our joining.
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy.
He has a lot to redeem himself for.
He does indeed. And my future husband is upstairs, no doubt glaring out of the window and pouting. He is so much like Kalen, it's disturbing.
So yeah, I hated doing that. I don't think I've ever actually done this exact combination before. In previous, I have saved Loghain in previous playthroughs, but usually Alistair. Can Alistair die? I don't know if he can die. I think he can, yeah. If you support Enora and save Loghain, she'll order him dead as a possible competitor to the throne. Um, Alternatively, if you let him go and he's not hardened, uh, he just wanders off, never to be seen again. At least in this game. He might be in a later game. But the only way I wanted to do it this way because this is, I think, as close to a perfect ending as you can get. You give Loghain a chance to redeem himself. Alistair lives and becomes king. He marries Enora, who can both jointly rule together. So you have somebody who's wise on the throne and somebody who is part of the Teyrn bloodline, and a good leader at that. As I said before, she can rule and he can lead. Alistair is not happy, though, because obviously we've been spending the whole game fighting Loghain, so it does hurt to have him mad at me like that, I guess. But at the same time, part of being a Grey Warden is giving people second chances and allowing them to fight against the Blight, no matter what their history is. And he didn't want to lead the Wardens. He wanted me to be in charge and him to follow, so this is me leading and him following. So yeah, I think Aravail's a little uneasy about that, but he has to hide it now and stick with his decisions, and hopefully he made the right ones. I'm going to say don't be so hard on him. He's had a bad day. Or I should talk to him? Yeah, I'd like to talk to him, I think. Let's go with that. I probably can't, but I think Aravail would want to right now, so...
If you like. I suspect he's not apt to be very receptive in that mood. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions, and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united Ferelden, Warden. Now we face the Blight.
Yeah, that's half the battle. But the more difficult half is yet to come. Hey, we can level up. Or, I don't know if we level up. We get a free talent point, I think. You will notice 9 tactic slots acquired. Well, I'll let you see for yourself why that is. Oh, wait. Alistair is still in the party. Huh. As is Loghain. Loghain is the last companion, the secret companion, if you will, which Bioware does with a few of their games, not many actually. That's really cool that you actually can get him as a companion. One of the main antagonists of the game can become part of your crew to defeat the true antagonists, the Archdemon and the Darkspawn. And he is a lot like Alistair, a sword and shield warrior. The idea is that he replaces Alistair, but strangely enough, we have both Alistair and Loghain in our party, which I didn't know was possible. I thought I would have lost all of his armor and stuff right away. Part of me wants to give that to Loghain, but the other half of me just kind of wants to let him keep it, because even though he's no longer a companion from this point forward, he is still the king and he will be in a lot of cutscenes. So I kind of want him dressed regally for that, and I think Halen's armor is the most fitting. Plus Loghain has his characteristic armor, the Armor of Everdain, I believe it's called, that only he can wear. If I can find it. Yeah. And it's not a bad set. It's not the best in the game, but it's pretty good. And I don't know if it has a set bonus or not. Honestly, there's no helm that comes with it. Loghain's shield and just a long sword. And borders yet to be. I like that. Like his plans for Ferelden, I guess. I think if you take that off, you actually can look at it a bit. No, I guess not. I thought there was a description to it. So we'll gear him up and level him up in a little bit. For now, though, I'm going to do a hard save first, because I don't know if this is buggy or what. We'll call this post Landsmeet. Maybe once I talk to Alistair, he leaves. I'm going to set Aravail there. Alright, so he said he's upstairs. I guess upstairs being up this way. See, when she said that, I thought he would be gone. Because, well, honestly, I didn't think there was an upstairs that you could actually reach. But I suppose there is. So this is interesting. Like I said, the only times I've saved Loghain, I'm pretty sure Alistair died. Or at least was banished. I've never done it before with them being married and him remaining king.
Oh, there you are. Come to offer congratulations, I suppose? Maybe you intend to throw me a party to celebrate my engagement.
Oh, Alistair, don't be like that. I think he's mad that I forced him to be king and forced him to get married, but he wanted to protect Ferelden and he wanted to stop the Blight, and this is honestly the best way to unite Ferelden and to do it. So yeah, let's see. Number 2 is true, but I don't know, it sounds too mushy to say. I don't want this to ruin our friendship. I like number 4 the best, I think. I'm sorry, I really think this is for the best.
I get that you think so. Loghain let all the Grey Wardens die. Let his king die.
Yes, he
all
did.
Because he thought he alone could defend Ferelden against the dreaded Orlesians. No matter what your plans are, he deserved to die. He deserved justice. And you made him one of us.
He is really angry. Understandably, I can see his point of view, but at the same time, Loghain has done all that, and this is his chance to make things right. Killing him won't bring Duncan back. I still need your help, Alistair. I don't want to talk about Loghain. I'm tempted to say number 3, because I wonder if maybe there's a way to get him back in your party, but from everything I've read before, there isn't. It's one or the other. So I'm going to say the one I would rather say. This is his chance to make things right.
There is no way to make that right. No way at all. But why should I complain, right? I'm the king now, and with a beautiful fiancée who is going to remind me of her father every time I look at her. I'll make the best of it, I guess. I'm not going to roll over and let Honora rule, that's for sure. Well, good luck, I suppose. You have a lot to do now. And so do I.
Yes, we do. I'm thinking now he's probably left the party. Because he has walked away and left the estate. Yep. Oh, it's in the order you get them, I think. I wish I would have realized that sooner. Morgan, Liliana, Severin, Sten, Hogren, except Shale, and Duncan. Nah, maybe it's not the order you get them. I guess it's the order you could get them. Yeah, because Dog still messed up. Whatever. I probably should have saved some of Alistair's other stuff, to be honest. But that's okay. Alright, so yeah. Well, I guess he could get Kaelin's shield. The shield of his king, right? That makes sense. Oh, too bad he can't have Merrick's blade. I probably should have taken that. Because that would have been cool for him to have his king's sword. In fact, I may load the game again just to do that. So that's probably what I'll do. Because I feel like that'd be fitting for Merrick. For Loghain, rather. That being said, I am going to end this episode here. I'll reload it real quick. I'll do the exact same thing. The only difference will be I'll unequip Alistair's sword and probably equip a different one before I allow him to walk away. And when I come back, I will be right here, and we can begin our final preparations before we face the Blight once and for all.